In this lesson, I want us to talk a little bit more about selection, about selecting elements with CSS. I've already mentioned that you can select elements by their tag, by just writing the tag's name. Here I'm selecting the body of the page, but I could select all titles too, or I could select all list elements, right? All links. So that's how you can select just by tag. It's just writing the tag. But I might want to have to address one particular element, and I can, in order to do that, I have to create a unique ID and give that element an ID. For example, we have this div here, which has to do with the interview, and I can give this div an identifier ID and write a unique name, interview. You can't use the same name for ID in two elements. You can only use it in one element. Now, how can I refer to that ID in my CSS code? You need to use the hash sign and then the name of the ID, interview. And I can start writing now rules for this element. So I can tell it that the background color is going to be green. So that's selecting by ID. And it can also happen that you want to have many elements to be the same family or class. In our working example, all of these divs have the same class, and that class is called tile. And all tiles will have certain properties. So I'm going to add that class, which is tile. I'm going to be adding that in all of the elements that I want to look and behave like tiles. Order pizza and Santiago. It's the last one over here. And now I can change the styling for all of those elements at the same time by using the dot and then the name of the class, tile. See how that's already selecting all of the divs. Background color red. So those are the main ways that you can use for selection. We'll look into nested selections as well, so that I can say, for instance, all the list elements that are inside of an element of class tile. Things like that. You can also go sort of inside the actual elements, but for now we'll just do this, selecting by tag, selecting by ID. IDs are unique, don't forget that, and selecting by classes. You can have the same many elements, even different types of elements, sharing the same class.